Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys. Good morning. And it is game day morning. We sit 26 days, 11 hours, 24 minutes, and 10 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. And today, we've got all of these preseason games that are already behind us. Our Dallas Cowboys play against the San Francisco 49ers. If you are not excited, if you are not hyped right now, I don't know what to tell you because you must be dead. But we've got a game tonight. I can't wait. 10 o'clock Eastern. I'll be live streaming reaction show during the game, of course. Some people have put out there that why are you so arrogant that you think that anybody wants to watch you or listen to you while the game's going on? Well, if somebody or nobody chooses to watch me during the live stream of it, hey, that's fine. But and if they don't, that's fine too. It amazes me how people just go off about me. It really makes me feel powerful that I can control people's emotions so much that they believe that anything that I say has a direct effect on the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I've got a person who's gone from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, literally following me on every single platform, telling me, have you heard about all of the above players that have been out of practice, but you're so brainwashed to say that it doesn't matter with the new offensive coordinator and new players? Fandom makes you crazy. Cowboys, your coach is Jason Garrett. Laugh out loud. NFL preseason. Um, there's always going to be people missing practice. And I'll be the first one to say that I think that last year, and I believe I have said this, because if you're going to come at me and tell me that I am doing something, make sure you have your shit together. Make sure you have your facts right. Make sure that when you say that I said something that you know exactly what I said, because I will come back at you and tell you you're an idiot or that you lied or you don't have the whole story. Because I'm the first one that's been in here talking about how teams, and I believe I've been saying it quite a bit lately, that teams end up having players, they say, you're a starter, so we're not going to play you. I believe yesterday I said, think about this. Because of the way the collective bargaining agreement is, you only have 11 padded practices. You no longer have two-a-days. You no longer have more than 11 practices that are padded during the season, which means you have a total of 22 practices that you are actually in pads, and the teams do not tackle anymore and take people to the ground. I said that last year that Dak Prescott had 4 series all preseason with all new wide receiving core. So they never actually had a chance to play together in live action because here's the thing. Yes, you have practice. But in practice, you're not really 100% speed. You're not tackling a guy. You're not really getting hit. So you've got to realize that tonight is the first time these guys have actually tackled somebody to the ground since January. So I do know that practice is important. Believe me, practice is important. However, if a guy is truly hurt, him practicing hurt's not going to help. And getting some of the other people who are there to practice as well is key. You get other people that are going to have to probably play valuable minutes, some experience in practice, because there's not a lot of time. And see, I look back to 2016. We had the perfect storm of events to happen to make Dak Prescott ready for the season. The fact that Tony Romo, getting all the veteran days off that he did, ended up meaning there was more time for the second team guy to get on the field, more game time to be played in preseason because Tony Romo wasn't going to play. And the fact that Kellen Moore broke his foot the first week of the season, of the training camp, that elevated Dak Prescott and got him ready to be able to play. Make no mistake about it, if Kellen Moore didn't break his ankle, Tony Romo hurt his back the week before the season started, we would have still had Dak Prescott not getting repetitions. We would have gone in 3, 4 games and found out Kellen Moore's not the guy. And then thrown the rookie in there who didn't have the training camp behind him to back it up. So when you say, I'm just a fan and I'm blind, no, I look at all aspects of things. And I got to tell you that I know I'm not perfect as far as, getting the stuff right. Nobody is. But I'm more right than I am wrong about things. But we'll see. We'll find out how we're doing. But here's the opportunity for a lot of guys. Because Robert Quinn's going to miss that first 2 games and he broke his wrist, you're going to have a guy like Dorrance Armstrong who's going to get a lot more time. You're going to get a guy and find out Taco, because Taco is going to get a lot more time out there because DeMarcus Lawrence and Tyrone Crawford, as well as now Robert Quinn, aren't out there. These guys are going to have to play roles. And you really want to know, is Taco worth the roster spot right now? So thus far, sometimes you have to cut your losses, and you don't just keep a guy because you drafted him high. If it's to the detriment of losing, say, a Joe Jackson who is playing well, or checking out a Daniel Wise, or, some of these different guys. So this is an opportunity because we have to shape this team. We got 90 guys in camp right now. We got to get a roster down to 53 and then bring back 10 for that clear waivers for practice squad. So you got to make sure that you're not letting one of these guys go that is going to be a valuable player for you, not only now, but down the road that can develop. So all of this stuff is relative. The thing that I am happiest about, man, last year, the whole hot boys. I mean, I get it. I get the term, It just, I'm sorry, it just sounded like a boy band. The Hot Boys. It just was never, yeah, the Hot Boys. Go Hot Boys. No. You don't think about boys on the defensive line and hot boys, No. You want to hear about beast, You think about doomsday defense, It's the end of the world. It's doomsday, okay? The purple people eaters, okay? Although it sounds kind of like a Muppet, but still, people eaters. The steel curtain, okay? Steel curtain. Hot Boys just did not seem like, they played great, but just was not a name fitting of demoralizing a team, of putting fear into people. I'm hearing Purge Squad. It's time to purge the NFL of these lesser teams. It's time to purge the NFL of these so-called great quarterbacks. It's time to purge the competition. Now, that's a name I can get behind. Purge Squad. And you can just kind of see the clips that they intermix in that. You get this knockout blow. Purge Squad. Another one bites the dust. I like that. But Hot Boys? No. So, things I want to see tonight. I want to see us get some work in. I want to see us get some practice, because you only have 4 opportunities to get in live competition before the season goes. And the thing for me is like this. This is my new analogy. It's like training for a marathon on a treadmill. You go there every day. You run on the treadmill, and then you go out and run a marathon. It's totally different. You're running on land as opposed to perfect conditions on a treadmill. You got real world issues. You got the heat, the sun. You got other runners. You're not getting that on the treadmill. Sure, now they've got the ones with the whole TV screens and everything else, and it's like you're in a crowd, but it's not the same thing. And that's what it's like going from OTAs and practice to full game speed. And in my mind, one of the reasons why we see so many injuries is because we don't have that full speed work where you're building up to that, where your body's used to having those hits constantly over and on, where you're getting that tough skin. So I want to see Tristan Hill. I want to see Taco do something. I want to see Dorrance Armstrong. I want to see that defensive line, that Purge Squad, be able to kick it up a notch. Because in the reality of things, everything, and I mean everything, starts from the line out. We learned that once we finally started saying we need great offensive linemen, drafting Tyron Smith. That was the evolution of the Dallas Cowboys. We realized that if we can control the line of scrimmage, we can control the clock, we can control the field, we can control the tempo of the game, we can control the game. And it seems like we're beginning to learn that same thing with the defensive line. You know, we always looked at drafting high for a cornerback or a linebacker, but, you know, the defensive line was like, meh. But now you've got studs that are on that defensive line. And when you can control that defensive line, when you got guys that are requiring double teams, when you've got guys that are holding up the offensive linemen, it makes your linebackers that much better shape. It makes them able to scrape and do their job. And for your cornerbacks, if you've got a pass rush, if you got them after that quarterback within 2 seconds, that means I only have to hold this guy for 2 seconds. So overall, everything starts from the defensive line. And that's what I want to see. I want to see those guys after the quarterback. I want to see those guys controlling the line of scrimmage. I want to see those guys able to penetrate. And if we can do that with that defense, we're going to start getting the turnovers in bunches. So, in the meantime, I got to go work. I got to go handle some business. But we'll be back later on today. I hope you guys tune in tonight for our live stream so we can see your comments, see what you guys think about our new players and things. Kellen Moore, we've got so much stuff that's going on. So, hope you guys have a great Saturday, and football is back. I'll see you guys soon.